Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in the last video, we had discussed about various types of steam and we had also seen some important terms related to steam. So in today's video, we are going to discuss various important equations related to enthalpy of steam and we shall also discuss a few sums related to the topic. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So in the last video, we had seen the temperature versus enthalpy curve for water at 1 atmospheric pressure, where we had three regions, that is the liquid region, wet steam region and the superheated region. So let us define the following terms. We had discussed the curve A, B, C and D, where the region left hand side to the point B, that is this region is liquid region, and this curve up to this point, that is the critical point, is called the saturated liquid line. The region between points B and C is called the wet steam region, and the region right hand side to the curve C is called the superheated region, and the point which connects the saturated liquid line and the saturated vapor line is called as the critical point. Here this point indicates the critical point for water. Hence we can summarize as, that is, for enthalpy values of saturated liquid line, we indicate it as HF. For the enthalpy of latent heat of vaporization, we indicate it by symbol HFG, and for saturated vapor line enthalpy, we indicate it by symbol HG. Also, it should be noted that the value of dryness fraction, that is X, increases as we move from B to C. Region B to C means here as we move from B, that is X value is equals to 0, and as we move from B we have the value of X increasing, and at point C we have the value of X equals to 1, that is with the value of dryness fraction increases as we go from point B to point C, and the point C indicates the superheated vapor line. So first of all, let us have a look at the equations of enthalpy. So for the first case, that is the wet steam, we have the equation as H is equals to HF plus XHFG, where HF indicates the enthalpy of saturated liquid and HFG indicates the enthalpy of latent heat of vaporization, and the value of X indicates the dryness fraction. For dry saturated steam, we have the value of X is equals to 1, that is if we put this value of X in this equation we have HF plus HHFG, but we can write HFG as HG minus HF. Hence HF gets cancelled in this equation and hence we have H is equals to Hg. That is, we can say that for dry saturated steam, the value of enthalpy is given as the value of Hg, that is the enthalpy of saturated vapor. For superheated steam, the equation is given as Hg plus Cp bracket T superheated minus T saturated. That is, Cp is the specific value of water at constant pressure and T superheated, that is the temperature at superheated condition, and T saturated is the temperature at saturation condition for water. If you wish to take all these videos, that is the notes from videos, you can take a screenshot of this page for the equations of enthalpy. To find the values of enthalpy or to solve the sums of steam, you will need a book called Steam Table. This book is easily available in any bookstores. So let us begin how to solve examples using this book, that is Steam Tables. So here goes the question, that is, Calculate the enthalpy required to produce 1 kg of steam at pressure of 6 bar under the following condition. First, when steam is wet having dryness fraction of 0.9. Second, when steam is dry saturated. Third, when steam is superheated at constant pressure, that is the pressure is given as 6 bar and up to a temperature of 250 degrees centigrade. Also, the value of Cp is given for water as 2.3 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So, first for wet steam, we know the equation as H is equals to HF plus XHFG. And the value of dryness fraction, that is X, is given as 0.9. So now let us start solving these sums using steam table. So as you proceed with the steam table book, you will find such type of pages, that is various columns are given. Now what are these columns? That is, the first column is the value of pressure in bar. The next column is for temperature, that is this T means the saturation value of temperature, and these values are given in degree centigrade. The next column indicates the values of Vf and Vg, that is the specific volume values. I'll teach you what this F and G means later on. The next column indicates the values of enthalpy, that is HF, HFG and HG. It should be noted that the HF value is for saturated liquid. The value of HFG is for latent heat of vaporization, and the value of Hg is for saturated vapor data. And the next values, that is these three columns, are for entropy. And the last column is again the value of pressure in bar. So in our given data, we have the value of pressure as 6 bar. So first of all, let us collect the values of HF and HFG from the steam table for value of 6 bar pressure. So for 6 bar pressure, the value of HF is given as 670.4 and the value of HFG is 2085.1. That is, HF is 670.4 and HFG is 2085.1. Both all these values are given in the unit kilojoule per kg, that is these values are in specific terms. Hence, substituting both these values in this equation, we have H is equals to 670.4 plus 0.9, that is X value, into HFG, that is 2085.1, and on calculating this value we will have H as 2546.9 kilojoule per kg. Now for dry saturated steam, we have H is equals to Hg. Hence, finding out the value of Hg from the steam table for pressure of 6 bar, we have for 6 bar pressure, the value of Hg is 2755.5. Hence, for dry saturated steam, H will be equals to Hg, that is 2755.5 kilojoule per kg, that is the value of specific enthalpy for dry saturated steam. Next, for superheated steam, H is Hg plus Cp T superheated minus T saturated. So from the given question, we have two datas, that is the value of Cp is given in the question itself and the temperature, that is the superheating temperature, is given as 250 degrees centigrade. So for value of Hg at 6 bar, we have already written this value. Cp value we have as 2.3. T superheated is already given in the question as 250 degrees centigrade temperature. So now for T saturated value, we will have this value from the steam table as So as I said earlier, for 6 bar pressure, the next column is of temperature, and this temperature is particularly the saturation temperature for this values of pressure. Here we have for 6 bar pressure, the temperature, that is the saturation temperature, is given as 158.8 degrees centigrade. So now converting these values into Kelvin, that is we need to add the value of 273, and hence we will have these temperature as 523 Kelvin and 431.8 Kelvin, and hence substituting all these values in this equation we have. Here I have substituted all these values, and hence this equation comes out to be as like this, and the value is 2965.16 kilojoule per kg. This value is the value of enthalpy for superheated steam. So that's all for today's video. If you did like this video, give this video a big thumbs up, share it amongst your friends, like this video and subscribe to my channel for latest upcoming videos. Till then, take care. Bye bye.